another exciting episode of Wine News. With me today is Danny and Wayne, who are here to talk about wine, extraordinary wine for ordinary people, as really is like we like to say. Welcome back to the show, boys.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for having us.
How you been, Danny? What's been going on?
Going nicely. Well, in fact, I'm gearing up for the festive season, and I know
tell.
that we're having sparkling today, but I've just realised that Wayne and I are beautifully coordinated for the festive season.
Well, I am Santa, and I think you could be my slim little elf.
So it's Santa Claus and the elf.
I'll cop the short joke.
We probably
cop
need
the
to
Santa
talk,
joke.
don't we, before we come on air?
I don't know what that makes me, but I quite like that.
I'm going to blame wardrobe.
Wardrobe.
They've let us down again, but or they're having a laugh out the back at our expense.
Yeah. Well, it's not like you work at Channel 9 where they all dress them all the same.
Yeah,
That's right. Yes.
Please put a jacket on.
Yeah.
Put a jacket on.
Well, at least we won't have Don Burke dressing anyone these days. So.
Ooh, that's
Sorry,
hard.
too soon.
Now, festive season is approaching for this particular episode, even though you might be watching it in July.
Still the 25th of July.
It is 25th of July.
Yeah. Santa can come out.
Well,
Really? I didn't hear that.
The recent yes vote has encouraged.
Out of the North Pole, you mean?
And there's
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on.
Well, festive season, and I thought we might explore some of the sparkling varieties that are out there, and there are many now.
There are.
And more so than when perhaps 10 years ago? Would that be right? Fair to
Yeah.
say?
It's quite popular now.
Well, it's more
Yeah.
like champagne varieties, which we can no longer use that name, but the sparkling varieties were mainly white, and now we're going to like just more creative, if you'd like to.
That's right, and I think, and we haven't cracked the seal on this one, but I'm absolutely fascinated to try it because it's a blend of Chardonnay and Nebbiolo, which I've never tried before. So my assumption is that the Nebbiolo is playing the same role that the Pinot Noir normally would in a sparkling. So, but it's crown seal, so I'm not sure how we're going to open it.
I've actually got a
Actually, what sort of cap? Why would they put a cap on it, Danny?
Well, normally with a sparkling wine, it is crown sealed until it's disgorged and the dosage is added. So if you're in Champagne, all of the wine, once it goes through its secondary fermentation in the bottle, is crown sealed. And then only at the end they add a very small dosage liqueur, which is to give it just a little bit of sweetness, because Champagne's picked really early. It's got very high natural acidity, and the dosage gives it that little bit of sweetness to balance with the very dry sort of high acidity of early picked Chardonnay and Pinot. So it's only been a recent trend in Australia, and in fact Australia was the first country to release sparkling wines under crown seal.
Is that right? I thought it was a beer reference.
Well, we've seen still wines under screw cap become the norm in Australia, and so those that fear cork taint, which is pretty much everyone in the wine industry, crown seal is actually a fantastic way to seal sparkling wine and keep it fresh, and there's no risk of random oxidization, which is one of the biggest issues with cork, as well as cork taint. So we're very used to the theatre of popping a cork, but
I just love that.
But in terms of
tradition.
wine quality, you can't get better than crown seal for maintaining the integrity of the wine as it was meant to be delivered.
But more importantly, how are we going to open this?
Well, I was going to say, last Christmas, the bonbons in our family
Oh, so we've got this Christmas thing going.
were quite useful, and the one that popped out of my bonbon was a bottle opener. And
I'd like to come to Christmas at the Franklin's,
I
because
tell you.
ours are plastic.
Whistle,
Well,
throwing a
Yeah,
whistle.
that's right. A whistle or a
For
dice.
47 years, I've got little packets of cards and dice, and it finally came up with a bonbon, with a bottle opener in it.
Give us a look at that.
So I reckon that could be the go. It's got a bit
Does
of.
it look well used?
It's got a bit of wear and tear if you do look closely.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. Last summer was the.
Looks like a cat that's been scratching at the back door. Well, there we go. It's getting there. Here's one we should have prepared earlier.
Yes, indeed.
So
It was a bonbon
how much
opener.
was the bonbon?
It was a bonbon opener.
Oh, we're getting there.
It's open Coronas.
This is going to be a long episode, isn't
Could
it?
be.
Talk amongst
Sit
yourselves.
back and relax, people, while we talk about
So
the
what are
finer
you,
varieties of
what are you hoping for Christmas?
Well, another bottle opener by the sound of things.
All right, this is quite exciting.
And we're drinking out of the white
Oh, it's got a bit of colour.
the right glass. But you
Yeah.
can probably see from that that it's a reddish colour. And that,
Rosé.
the rosé sort of colour. And is that from the
Nebbiolo.
Nebbiolo grapes?
Mm. So there's obviously been a little bit of skin contact there, which
It's a beautiful colour.
is perfectly fine.
What's this called?
Vivace.
And
Vivace.
this comes from
Vivace.
the
Mount Toowong.
the Mount Macedon regions.
Yeah.
Mount Macedon
Which
region.
is, you know, so
Brilliant region for Chardonnay, Pinot, cool climate, elevated.
Vivace. I think it
Just
means.
that-
What does it mean? It means
It's a musical.
musical.
I
Musical
believe it's
term, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what. It's,
Lively.
A happy
or
song.
Happy,
Ha-
yeah,
happy
that's
song,
right.
yeah.
Let's see if this wine's a happy song.
I mean, I just took a sip then, and it's almost like, for want of a better word, the Schweppervescence was inhaled. Now,
Effervescence.
I don't think I've seen that on too many tasting
No.
notes.
but do you know what I mean? Like, did you
Have you got a sponsor?
wine news sponsored by Schweppes?
You've got to declare
But,
your interests
Do you,
in this.
did you know what I mean though? When you first sort of just breathe,
Well,
I mean,
it's got-
you're drinking out of the wrong glass for a start.
No, I disagree with that.
Yeah,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
big on
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
let's-
even the champagne houses of France are now going
Moving
to
to wider glasses.
Yeah.
to a
Is that
traditional
right?
wine glass because the old straight flute, it's very hard to really get the aromatics from those
And
straight
there are a
flutes.
few
And
of
the
them,
old
aren't they?
the old what they call them, the dish bowl.
Yeah, the dish bowl things. Yeah,
Brandy
yeah,
glasses.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The old champagne glass, all the aromatics just escape
That's fly
immediately.
out, yeah. I prefer it like this because I've got a big nose.
We have noticed-
Room to navigate.
we do have the wide angle lens on just
Yeah.
for that reason.
So,
But what do you think, boys? It's I'm not. I'll declare my inch. I'm not a huge champagne drinker, but the flavours
think that's
in that
great.
are quite
Yeah, that's
balanced, aren't they? And it's not overly dry. There is a bit of
So-
texture to the flavour.
Going back to your earlier term of Schweppervescence, it's actually very effervescent
Yeah.
in that there's a lot of bubbles. There's a lot of bubbles in
the
there.
first mouthful, I sort of almost
Yeah.
inhaled it like through my nose, like
Yeah.
just the bubbles and the gaps.
So very fresh, very lovely. Good
Wasn't unpleasant. I'm just saying it's sort of.
I think
enhanced
the
it.
colour is great. It's a very sort
It is
of
a beautiful colour.
to me it's the colour that still rosé should be, and we're now seeing a lot of sparkling rosés which are fantastic as well. The Chardonnay I think is spot on in there, gives it that softness and elegance.
Yeah.
The Nebbiolo I reckon gives it a little bit of that savoury character that comes through.
Yes.
There's a bit of
and I even started thinking, well, could there have been a bit more? Could there have been a bit more
Yeah.
Nebbiolo? That's what I started thinking. Oh,
A
could
bit
there have
more
been
red
a bit
wine,
more?
a bit more of the.
Yeah.
What Nebbiolo is that? What sort of wine does that produce? Like in
so-
terms of flavour.
It's like a
it's a medium bodied, really good
okay.
tannin structure. Sort
Like
of
a Pinot
northern
Noir.
Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a bit of muscle. Yeah.
So Pinot Noir cross Cab Sav sort of.
Yeah, getting into that territory, but still, I mean, the serious Italian Nebbiolos have got incredible structure and tannin, and they age magnificently forever as well.
We should do a Nebbiolo tasting with you. I think you actually
I
really
think
like
we might have to.
Can be a very
keep
expensive
shooting
habit.
for
it.
that.
Can be,
It could be an interesting episode, I tell you.
So yeah, I think this is a great example of Australian innovation, because you wouldn't traditionally think of using Nebbiolo for a sparkling wine, but I think in this instance it's
Would it be fair to say the last 20 years Australian winemakers are getting more innovative in what they're producing? It's not so much the Shirazes and the Cab Savs and the Chardonnays, it's more innovative blends that are producing wine of this quality?
Oh, absolutely, and I think our Australian winemaking is always on the improve. We're we're thinking about what consumers are drinking, and the great thing about the trade as well. This could be poured at top restaurants around the country without any issue whatsoever.
Well, that's what I was going to say about this one, is that this is if you go out to a winery or to a restaurant or whatever, you'd pick this because it's a bit different.
That's right.
And you go,
And it's beautifully presented.
because you go, oh yeah, I could go
Great
get
bottle.
a Chardonnay or a typical sparkling.
Correct.
But you see that, you go, let's try that because we're at a special occasion.
And it's a lovely wine. We've done a couple of wines from this winery before. But this is one of their better ones, isn't it? It's one of their best ones, I would have thought.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know if this is one of their better ones or not. Because this is the
Certainly
first
very
time I've
tasty.
tried it.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so
What do you think? You've done a bit of tasting over time.
Oh, look, I think this to me is a great combination of, there's a bit of complexity in there, but it's ultimately really approachable and really drinkable. I think it's a really nice balance between the Chardonnay and the Nebbiolo. There's really good flavour. There's great texture. Lovely balance of that sort of softer Chardonnay flavour with the a little bit more sort of red fruit, strawberry, raspberry influence that comes through from the Nebbiolo. There's a bit of a sort of savoury, slightly meaty edge to it, which I really enjoy.
We drink it with what do you think?
All day.
but when you said savoury, I having that last sip, I've gone, I actually feel like I want to eat something with it.
Yeah.
You want to eat with it.
So to me, that can work with it can work with your Christmas ham. It can work with cured meats, seafood. It can work as an aperitif. It can work on the deck in front of the pool all afternoon. So pretty versatile.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. I think drinkability with a bit of complexity. You're away.
I don't know how much it is. I didn't even check that.
There you go. Well,
I didn't check to see how much it is. So
the wine of this quality, price is no option. Some would say.
I'll grab a case of that and stick it in the cellar.
So
Or maybe
keep an
just
eye out.
straight to the fridge.
would that get better with age?
Well, my view is I like sparklings young.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people
on
like
the
a
shelf.
bit of age, but I think
Does it age well? Does champagne generally age well?
it's not my preferred style.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather drink it young.
Yep.
Happy to drink it late disgorged,
Yep.
but close to disgorging day.
So I can't keep a cellar to save myself, so it's always fresh out of the box.
We don't need a cellar. We've got Joseph down the road.
No, that's true.
And we've got Danny.
Blackberry wine cellars and Tellurian wines, always good to the show.
We don't.
Keep an eye out for this one over the festive season, people, because it's actually a beautiful drop and it would go well on your Christmas table, and I highly recommend it. Would you, fair to say, boys?
Hey, Santa's
Santa's
going to be Santa's sake.
Santa and his elf.
And the elf.
Santa and his elf have given it a thumbs up.
Definitely.
So keep an eye out for it in the festive season. In the meantime, enjoy your evening and keep an eye out for this wine. Extraordinary people drinking extraordinary wine. Extraordinary wine for ordinary people, I should say.
We'll get you another.
Yeah, another glass. Give me another glass.
Cheers.